replay. Hello, those of you hopping on, catching the end of my senior song from high school. Green Day, Good Riddance. Came on. I said, hey, I know that song. Hey. Oh, I should have gotten my bigger angle lens. Okay, now you can turn it off. Thanks. Hey, from North Carolina. It was a Green Day for me too. For you too. Green Day, you too. Get it? Yeah, hello from Arizona. Oh yes, my husband just got notified I'm on Periscope. Say hi. Hello from Virginia, Christy. Hey, from Rochester. Oh, gotcha. They said hi. So am I. We are driving to Houston. Hey, Letha. What's up, Jacobs? Oh, who's Philadelphia Eagles? Who's that? What's their handle?
Ryan.
What?
Ryan McManus.
Oh, hi, Ryan.
Ryan?
Yes. He just said Ryan. I knew Jason would remember. Hello from Michigan. Thank you. We're not quite halfway. It's about a 4-hour-ish trip. And we got started a little later than we wanted to. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Megan. And I was about to scope and then realized I had no makeup on, so we backtracked. Hey, Lindsay from West Tennessee. Got another Lindsay on. Alright, so last night was, oh, thank you. They're from Charming Charlie's, if you have those up there, Amanda. Hey. Real life. Oh, yeah, I know. It was a little too real, though. I didn't want to scare y'all, so I put some makeup on. I got my new Melissa Pepping makeup. See, you can get them too. I actually like the back of them better. It's like rose. It's really neat. Anyways. Hi, Lucas from Cali. Oh, I just got notified that the Lavender Mint Daily Shampoo is out of stock. So, hope you didn't... Hey, or from UK. Cool. What part of the UK? Alright. See you later. Alright, well, say goodbye to him. So, today is question and answer day. So, if you want to ask me a question, an appropriate question, go for it. So hopefully you all know my name is Jessica Jacobs. I'm a Young Living Platinum. I've been doing the business for about 2.5 years, and so I like to talk about network marketing and business stuff in regards to Young Living and all that kind of stuff. And so I thought that it would be fun. All right, here we go. To do a Q&A. So when did your hubby get on board? What rank did he get on board? What do you do at your business builders get-togethers? Okay, we'll do that. When did you get on board?
Well, with the oil use from the beginning.
Why?
Because they worked. I don't know. We were already going down the natural path. We were already exploring that, trying to grow our own food and trying to cut things out, and the things that we were cutting out included the Western medicine. Not all of it. I'm just kidding. So, I'm not. But,
trying to stay compliant here.
But I was already on board with the natural path. Not necessarily a multi-level marketing business, a network marketing business. And that was, I guess it was executive, when I kind of was like, oh, wow, this is really good.
Yes, Melissa, we're on our way to Road to Royal. You're the Melissa I met last night, right? With the headband? Hi. It was so fun to meet some of y'all last night. Okay, so he said executive-ish. Which was, I really decided to do the business in March, and I hit executive in May. So, okay. Yes, Melissa, so good to hug your neck. So one of the other questions was, what do you do at your business get-togethers? And if I don't get to your question, please post it again. business get-togethers. So we do them every month. We do them the first Monday of the month almost religiously. We did not do one last month because it was convention, and then this month Labor Day fell on a Monday, so that made it a little bit confusing. So we did move it back. That's what my hubby's struggling with, the biz, not the oils. When you start to bring in the money, he'll probably change his mind very quick. Okay, I saw that. Script or wing it with classes. Hubby's on board. We just started. What is your hubby's role? Okay, hold on. Let me finish this question. Business builder get-togethers. Every month is a different topic every month. The things that we do consistently, we make sure to do rank recognition. So we recognize anybody that ranked up senior star and above. We recognize them, and then obviously announcements of any kind of classes that are coming up and stuff like that. And then we kind of, they're really good questions. This is super exciting. I love when interacting with people, and so don't forget your question if you posted one. And then we really change topics. Some of it's depending on the time of year, what's happening. July, the business meeting, we talked a lot about compliance because that all happened in June. This month we'll talk a little bit about convention recap, but most of our people were there because it was local for us. We will cover okay, the Road to Royal is this weekend, so our business meeting is actually this coming Monday. We'll talk about that. So any events that happened, you can recap those. But then we just try and kind of come up with ideas that are useful for people, and we try to combine both things that are good for new builders and seasoned builders. We want to make the meeting applicable to both. So a lot of times it'll be simple things like, what to do to get your business started, or ideas for classes. That was one of the things that we did recently, and we talked about, make intakes or Facebook classes, how to put on good Facebook classes, where to find tools. That was another whole meeting that we did, just tools. Yeah. And so we showed them what's in the virtual office, and we talked about oily tools and simple downline and all those kinds of things. How to use social media, that was another topic we talked about. Same location every time, pretty much. We meet at a Spring Creek barbecue. They have a back room, and so it's worked for us. We haven't outgrown it because what's ended up happening is we've had builders that have branched off and done their own business meetings, and so they take their people and do their own, which is awesome because then that leaves room for new people to come to ours. And so it's been okay just to continue to meet there. And yeah, it's been the same place for about a year, I think.
How many people show up?
We have about 30 to 40 people show up. We have, okay, that was another one. I do know where you live. Yes, all of DFW. We do it in Grapevine because that's pretty local for both our Denton people and our Fort Worth people. That's what has worked the best for us. But then we also broadcast it live so that anybody can watch in because we've got lots of out-of-state people. So that's the way that we've done it, and it seems to work okay. The other thing that we're really trying to do right now is to incorporate our builders and let them lead parts of the business meeting. We talked about this the other day, yesterday, day before on the scope, and it was, okay, we've got one girl that's great at photography, and she posts awesome stuff on social media, so we let her talk about photography, how to take a good picture, and that might seem silly and simple, but a lot of people don't know how to take, even just your oils, what's a good background and what should you pay attention to. It was really good. And then just good ideas that other people have, we try and let them lead those parts of the meetings, and just to get their buy-in, to get them to bring their people, because we've got certain builders who, even though the meeting is 10 minutes from their house, they don't come, and that's a problem. So we're trying to get them to buy in. What is your favorite oil, and what is Jason's favorite oil, and why? Mine is Build Your Dream, same as Alana. I don't know who liked it first, but probably both at the same time. And actually what's funny is I just got tested the other day at my chiropractor's office, and I'm having some adrenal issues, and so he tested all the oils that I've been using, and the very best ones for me, or that my body likes, are Build Your Dream and Jasmine, which I also really like Jasmine. So I thought, anyway, so Build Your Dream is totally mine. I love the smell of it. I wear it as a perfume every day. Not only does it inspire me when I put it on, it's my fight song. This is my fight song. Okay. But also I just love the smell of it. What's your favorite oil, and why?
Either Idaho Blue Spruce or lavender. Lavender, it's so versatile. Serves many purposes. I like it a lot. It was the one that brought me into using oils, was lavender. And then Idaho Blue Spruce, just because it's the man oil.
I like Idaho Blue Spruce too. It smells really
that
good.
too.
Oh, because I like it? Yeah. It smells really good. I really like Idaho Blue Spruce. I adopted Nicole Perez. She did a scope on the Great Day Protocol, which I've heard of and have used sometimes, but I love the Idaho Blue Spruce across the forehead and the balsam fir down the bridge of the nose. Love it. So it was a good excuse to use it. Okay, there was another one that has come up, and it was about gifts, and I've seen it twice, and I have not gotten all the way through it. Okay, what's Jason's role in your business? You want me to answer that?
Yeah.
So, at the very beginning, when I started, it's a good combo. The Great Day Protocol, if you haven't heard of it, go look it up. You can find it. Oh, goodness. Valor, White Angelica, Joy, Harmony are the 4. And then Idaho Blue Spruce and Idaho Balsam Fir. Yeah, so that blue spruce across the forehead, fir down the nose. Well, it's emotional, really, emotional support, and we can talk about that. But Great Day, it's awesome for attitudes, emotions. Again, Valor on your wrists, Harmony over your belly button, Joy over your heart, and then White Angelica just kind of, on your shoulders, down your arms kind of thing. It's supposed to be all over. Yeah, but it's great for emotional support. And Idaho Blue Spruce is an amazing emotional oil. If you have not tapped into that, when I went to convention, well, it was 2 years ago, but 3 conventions ago, they did a whole session on Idaho Blue Spruce, and everybody put it on, and then they walked us through like some emotional clearing stuff. The entire room was crying. It was amazing. So it was super awesome. Yes, the Northern Lights Black Spruce, he likes that one a lot too. Valor is amazing for lots of reasons. Yep, I know. It was an amazing session. All right. So Jason's role in the business. When I first started out, he watched the kids while I went and taught classes, and that was amazing. I could not have done it without him. He held down the homestead while I was gone, and so that was the first thing that he did. And the tree scents, I know, me too. They're really nice. And then now, since he's been home, we're still figuring that out. All summer we kind of traveled, which was fun. We got to travel together, and then as a family and some stuff like that. Since convention, we've been trying to organize the entire house because it's been so disorganized for the last year at least. So that's been our big thing, is trying to, we're moving the girls' rooms and getting me an office, which is painted, by the way. I'll have to show you after this weekend. And so moving all that around. So he's been awesome at making that happen, and he's been doing a lot of painting and that kind of stuff. And then he's been helping a lot around the house, which is something that he always said he didn't want to do. But I think he realized each couple is different. You have to find a balance if it's your family, and that's totally true. Before he came home, he's not Mr. Mom. He doesn't like to cook. He doesn't like to clean. He's great with the kids, but yeah, see, and your hub's just handling the financial stuff. That's awesome. And so that's where, you find each other's strengths and you play off of those. And so, so he's really filling in the gaps where he needs to, and that's been amazing because I can't do it all. And so now he has taken up a big role with the husbands in our group. Okay, you're next. He has taken up a role with the husbands, and he talks to guys. He comes to our business meetings every month, and we'll usually have 1 or 2 husbands that show up. He's been going to the different, meetings around town, and he loves, he does not have a problem talking to people. And so whether it's, a lot of times he'll find another husband and he'll talk to them and kind of get them on board, talk to them about the oils that they use. They've been doing men's classes once a month, and it's been just oil usages, how to use the oils, that kind of thing. Really just getting the husbands on board with using the oils. And so that's been a big thing that he has been working on. And then just any way that he can, support me. We work really well together when, on a project, it's a whole lot easier. Yeah, Jason loves talking to people. No way, Dustin says. Yeah, he can hold his own when it comes to that, which is fantastic. talking to people. But we work well together, and I have found that if I'm working with him on a project, it gets done faster, but it's easier to stay motivated, and it's, you know, so we both, Dustin says he's awesome and so knowledgeable. He is. He knows a lot about the oils. Like, he could totally teach an oils class. He has used tons and tons of oils and supplements. He's used like more supplements than I have. He's used almost every supplement that Young Living has.
In the right and wrong ways.
Yeah.
I can tell you how not to use things.
Yeah. So, but he's had some amazing success stories with them, and so he knows all that kind of stuff. So it's super fun for me to listen to him talk about the oils and talk to other people. And it's fantastic. So that's kind of his role. And like I said, it helps just having him around, working with him on things, because
I do the Zyto.
He's really good with the Zyto. He emails out my reports, which is fantastic because my stupid computer won't email unless it's at home.
Well, and like what oils are used for what, where, and how.
Okay, she said my husband's coworkers are interested, and I want him to do an intro class at the fire station. He totally should.
That would be a really good environment for it.
And guys, like, believe other guys.
Yes.
Your hubby will not get into them. How come? Whoop. Okay, so this is a little bumpy. Sorry about that. I don't even have a little thing to rest this on. What is his reason for not wanting to get into the oils, Amanda? What type of car are y'all in? Sorry. We're in my husband's dream car. This is...
Are you showing the badge?
Oh, there you go. It's a Magnum SRT 8.
Is it loud? Why are they?
I don't know, because it's bouncy. I don't know. This is the car he has wanted forever, since they came out, and he got it earlier this year. Doesn't like the smell. Okay, so I would have him take them in capsules, or put them on the bottom of his feet.
Well, how many oils are there? Surely there's an oil that he likes.
I was going to say, let him find an oil that he enjoys the smell of. Try some of the tree oils, or again, take them internally, drink them in his water, that kind of a thing. If you can get him turned on to one or two oils that really work for him. So is he just stubborn, Amanda? Again, have him do internal oils, have him do them on the bottom of their feet. The thing that really sold my husband is that they worked.
Yeah.
That's so awesome, Megan. She said my husband's passing out intro. My husband hated them until I tried them on him and they worked. And that's it. Like, when they work and they work better than other stuff, all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, okay, maybe I will give these a try. So again, maybe the bottom of his feet, or in capsules. Wants to be stressed, I suppose. Not sure which step to take next. You know, and oh cool. Come say hi if you see me there. Oh, okay, so about the husband not using them. The other thing too is you keep using them, use them on the kids, and actually my sponsor, her husband, did not use them at all, and would actually like use a spoon to rub them on his kids because he didn't want to touch them with his hands.
I forgot.
True story.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, it's taken a couple years, but now he finally like admits that they work. He's seen them work on his kids. He's seen them work on his wife. And so now he's doing a little better with them and actually using them some. Now he brings them to work to share them. He had to be desperate enough to try. And sometimes that's what it takes. The men's group on Facebook, there is a men's group on Facebook. The one that's open to everybody is called Essentially Equipped. Yes, hubbies can be difficult sometimes. The Essentially Equipped group is for everybody, all the men. The one that my husband does is for the men just in our team. So, but the Essentially Equipped is the one that you can get in. There's lots and lots of really good husbands in that group and really good guys that use oils. They're constant at my house. I diffuse to help him. Yeah, and, you know, I mean, for now, pray for him. You know, again, I think if he sees, he'll come around, I hope. A lot of times they do. And the thing that's great too.
Find the oils that fit that part. Whatever he's into, find the oils that fit that part of his life. Yeah, the working out thing, the Super B, Nitro, the Pure Protein Complete, Deep Relief, Cool Azul, Aroma Seas, Ginger, Wintergreen, all of those things.
Told you, he knows a lot. I was a stubborn husband for half a year, but I like the diffuser. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Mine hated them, and now he uses them daily, and it's an essential part of my business. So, yeah, I find out what he likes or what he's into.
He's into gardening, cedarwood, peppermint, like orange oil for pesticides. Like, yeah, it just depends on whatever he's into.
Well, and the other thing, too, is he might think that this is just a fad that you're going through. I know one husband was talking about they just figured that this was like the next thing that their wife was doing. And, just kind of like, oh, well, we'll see. Oh, it was Brandon and Nicole Perez. Brandon was talking about it. He said when she started, they had made a lot of changes. And, it was like, well, we'll see if this one sticks and, whatever. But the more that they used them, the more he saw them being used on his kids. Ooh, bumps here. 45 is not the best road. Yeah, so they might think, this is just the thing that she's into now. They'll be done in a month or two. And so maybe just consistently using them, on yourself and your kids. Again, him seeing the results will be great. Now that I've seen how everything actually works, I actually use and concoct my own combos. That's awesome. Mine likes the paychecks. That's a huge one. So the 4-year career is really good for husbands to read because it really, really does break down network marketing and why it's amazing and why it's not. I'm trying to find a better angle here. Why it's not a scam or a pyramid scheme, that kind of a thing. So and it does talk about numbers, and husbands like to talk numbers sometimes. They want to see the money. So that's a really good one for them to read. I just got today in the mail Adam Green's book. I'm going to read that too. And I'll let y'all know how I like it. So that might be another really good one too. Okay. Mine used to say, I don't need your witchcraft. I also put breast milk on everything. Yes, I know. Breast milk's amazing. So is colloidal silver. When you stop nursing, get some colloidal silver. I've shown him pictures of your husbands that work with oils. Like, look. What's up, Jason's peeps? Hey, Brian. Yeah, the husband, that's what he would say too. I know, snake oils or, my dad calls it panther piss. Need to run in post office. Script or wing it. Okay, script. First of all, it's duplicatable. Anybody that is watching you read from a script, they think in their mind, oh, I can do that too. Now, that's not to say that I don't wing some parts of it. There are certain things that I add into a class, but especially now with all the compliance stuff, just read it. What they need to know is there. The thing that I really had to learn at the beginning was I did wing it some at the beginning, and then I realized, again, that, somebody sitting in that class, they're going to go, oh, I don't know that much information. I could never teach it. You know what? The boring doesn't matter if you think you're boring. I'm not saying you're boring. But again, it's the information that they want to learn. Yep. And again, if they see you reading from a script, they go, oh, I can do that. That's exactly what happened at my first class. The person that came read straight from a script, and I was like, I can totally do that. And the next month I did. I taught my very first class on my own because I can read a script. So, I think it's good to script it. The other thing, keep it simple. You're so welcome. Keep it simple. The essential oil truth. I have not. Who wrote that, Tanita? For a while, I started teaching and I was really simple, and then I started getting really complicated and got really into the science and the chemistry and all this stuff. And then I realized, first of all, if I thought back to my very first class, I was so overwhelmed with information that you only remember a little bitty bit of what you hear at your very first class. And what I started to realize is Jen O'Sullivan. Oh, cool. Okay, I will. Do you remember that? Jen O'Sullivan. I will look that up. Thank you, Danita. The essential oil secret?
Secret?
I think that's what she said. Yeah.
I said truth.
Oh, maybe truth. Truth secret. But what I realized is I was making things really complicated. Most people did not care that much about the science and the chemistry. If they do care, they're probably going to go look it up. Oh, that'd be perfect, Anita. Thank you. They're probably agreeing, and they're going to go research because they don't believe half of what you say anyway, so they're going to go do all their own research to make sure what you're saying is right. And so once I realized that, it was like, oh, okay, I can cut this down. Yeah, especially at a 101 class. This is the first introduction that people have to a class. Don't make it confusing. Don't make it, don't feel like you have to, tell them everything you know about essential oils. And that's one of the things with all the compliance stuff. People get scared. Well, what can I say? Okay, I use the starter guides from Oil Revolution Designs. Lori Gordon created those. Those starter guides are amazing. It's literally, thanks for sending that to Nita. Those starter guides, not only can you hand those out to people, but literally you can just read it, and that is a class all in itself right there. If you don't have them, go get some, because really what you can do is you can pass one out to each person in your class. You stand up there and you go page by page and you read it. And the Young Living PowerPoint is also really good. Yep, Jim Bob did it. Cool. Yeah, her Sarah Johnson KISS presentation. Keep it simple. Keep it super simple. They're also, they're also great for one-on-ones. Yes, they are. They like them. They can take them home. They can go back and look at it. They can show their husband. That's what I was trying to show my husband, all this chicken scratch that I had done. And I had 4 pages of notes from the class that I went to, because he's like, you want to do what? And so I was trying, no, they're great. And you get all these, you get this and this and this. And it was crazy. Anyway, so the starter guides are awesome. And like I said, you can literally just read from it. And don't feel like you're not giving people enough information, because like I said, their first introduction to it, it's so overwhelming anyway that you don't have to tell them every use for lavender. 4 or 5 is enough. When you went to your one-on-one. Yep, I'm taping my one-on-one class now for Facebook. Awesome. That's great. So yeah, those starter guides are great. So use that as your script. Okay, there was another question, maybe they left, about gifts. I haven't forgotten. What was the gifts question? All right. Somebody else throw up a question here. Well, don't throw it up. There it is. Welcome gifts are given to new signups who buys. Sponsor or enroller. Whoever makes the $50. That's where it comes from. And that's the expectation. And I would say for my business, 99% of the time. I won't say 100%. There have been 1 or 2 times where, for whatever reason, the enroller hasn't been able to do it. And so I've taken care of it, which I'm actually, above that kind of a situation. But the person that makes the $50 should be the one paying for sign-up gifts. That's funny. So now we've got 2 colors of yellow. Nice. Hey, we got some red in there and some green. All right. Who's purple? Anybody purple? I digress. All right. What else we got? If I don't get a question, I'm going to talk about something else. You have something you want to talk about?
No.
So if you've got questions, ooh, sweet. Put them up there.
I'm light blue.
Oh. That's funny. So last night was the WILE Fast Track event, and it was Melissa Pepping. Are you guys awesomeness? I don't know what that means. Totally done that.
Yes.
Pays off on the... Oh. Okay. Alright, so we'll get off a WILE Fast Track. How many months did it take you to hit each rank? Where are you driving to? We're driving to Houston to the Road to Royal event. Deborah Rayburn puts that on every year. Disappeared momentarily to see the symposium announcement. Oh. Well, share it with us. What did they announce? Going to Houston. Ranks. I got for real in the business in March. I hit
March of what?
March of 2012, which is, don't leave us hanging. Oh, cool, Patty. Iron. I will. I'll take good notes. We can go over them on Monday. Cowboy, the Iron Cowboy is going to be speaking at Fall Symposium, y'all. So if you are a fan and you have not gotten your ticket, get you one. It's going to be amazing. I wondered when they were going to share that. The other speakers are Danette Goodyear, Peter Minke. There's more speakers. They haven't told you all of them yet. And I don't know who else. Okay. Each rank. Jenkins. That's right. Andy Jenkins. Okay. So I'll get back to that, Melissa. The question about ranks. I hit executive in May, so March, April, May. So 3 months after I really decided. Now, I had about 30 people under me when I really decided to build. I started teaching classes because I believed in the product and because I needed an escape to get out of the house for a little bit. Yeah. There you go. Brian says he needs to make platinum so he can get to the States more often for conferences. Be pretty cool. They've got lots of opportunities here. I don't think Young Living makes it to Japan that often. They're in Malaysia though. Doesn't really help you. I know it's not the same country. So I hit executive in May. I hit silver.
Who wants to go to Malaysia? You may not make it there or make it out.
Hey, be nice. So I hit silver in 5 months from executive, and then it took me 10 months to hit gold. That was a little more of a struggle. I strategically placed all in one leg. Learned that the hard way. Again, balance, okay? Not often, but we're only an hour from Tokyo office. Oh, that's good. Need to come to Florida. Yeah, Florida would be awesome. So I learned the hard way that there is a balance with strategically placing people. I think that it is not, you shouldn't necessarily strategically place everyone, but then you shouldn't place everyone in one leg. Yeah, don't we all? So anyway, like I said, I put them all in one leg. So it took me a lot longer to get to gold than I really wanted. And same thing with platinum. But luckily, yep, Rising Star is the way to go. Luckily, I had some amazing builders and I partnered with them. And here's the other thing too. You should never stop signing people up. That's a big thing. I've continued to sign people up, and sometimes it's one person, sometimes it's two people, sometimes it's 3 people a month. And so I can strategically place those people in whatever leg I'm building. So I'm still able to help those leaders, but I just placed really hard for silver. And, oh wait, maybe I hit it in 4 months. May, June, July, August, September. Oh yeah, I hit silver in 4 months. And honestly, I wish I would have waited those extra 2 months. I know. And you know what? Sometimes things happen and you don't realize, or they're out of your control. Silver in 6 is super cool, but it's definitely not the end. And I know you know that. But there are a number of really successful leaders that did not hit it. Hey, Tara. Thanks. So I hit silver in 4 months, and I wish that, yep, I would have waited a little bit longer and not stacked so hard in that one leg. What about talking to non-shares on level 1 with shares on their downline? Oh, you mean like skipping your level 1 people to talk to leaders under them? Is that what you mean, Brian? I'm not sure. Let me know. Okay, there was another question. Biggest thing, oh, and then platinum was another like 10 months. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so nerve-wracking. But you know that what though, a lot of times when you hit executive on accident, you like get your hustle going, and it turns out to be a really good thing. How to let them know they need to pick up ER to make them a qualifying leg. Oh, okay. Nope, she didn't. She missed it by 1 month. Now the next month she hit gold, and then like 4 months later she hit platinum. So she was doing something right. But yeah, she didn't hit silver in 6. Hey, we all started there. Okay, so
Every month,
meaning
everybody starts there.
yeah, my husband said every month everyone starts at star. He's right. Okay, so if your top of the leg meaning is not spending, I would talk to them about the money that they're, oh man, I hate it when it's just a little bit. I would talk to those people about the money that they're missing. Now, honestly, if they're not missing a lot of money, wait until but you might need to wait until they're basically missing the same amount of money that they would be spending. And if you don't need that leg in order to hit executive, that's the first time that you need that qualifying leg, then I would wait a little bit. I have actually talked to some people before and said, hey, listen, I'm going to place some people under you. And because I knew they couldn't spend $100 a month. And I said, you know, when it gets to the place where, you know, would you be willing to, if I can, oh, gotcha. Okay. If I can get you to the place where, you know, you're making $100 a month, would you be willing to buy product? And most of them are like, yeah. So getting them from 50 to 100. Are they interested in the business at all? Or are you mostly just placing underneath them and you're wondering how to get them to be a qualified leg? If that's the case, I would just talk to them about the income potential. Yeah. So, hey, listen, if I'm able to supplement the extra $50, you know, by placing people under you, and you would get a check every month, would you be willing to spend $100 on Young Living products? Most of them, again, I think they would love to. If they could get their, you know, even them on Ningxia Red every month, duh, who wouldn't want to do that? if I can help you, if I could help pay for a supplement that's going to keep you well, would you be willing to order it every month? I think that most people would say yes. So bring value to the product. I think that's a really good way to do that, to get them to see the benefit. Yep. And the thing is, like, you know, I've seen lots of different things for people that, you know, they try and they struggle, or, you know, they just feel like they're not getting anywhere, and then something breaks through for them, whether, you know, it's that next sign up, whether they, you know, really start to do care calls, and all of a sudden their business takes off, and you never know when that's going to be for you. And, you know, again, the only way to fail is quit. If you quit, you're never going to, you know, find that next amazing business builder. You're never going to have that breakthrough, and you never know how close that's going to be. So keep talking, keep sharing, keep using the products, learning more about them. Again, sharing with people genuinely, people that you do life with. You know, when I get into new circles of people, whether it's at church or, you know, my husband starts at a new gym or whatever, he's very careful. We are both very careful. We don't walk in, you know, with Young Living plastered on our shirts and our oils in hand. Who wants to try some oils? Because that's super pushy, and it turns people off. But when they see you and, you know, they talk to you and you're using them in real life and you're offering it to them, they're going to start to, hey, what is all that about? And, you know, when you use them genuinely and, you know, in your own life, people are going to start to notice that and start to ask questions. So, all right, pop up and, somebody asked about growth. What was one of the biggest things that promoted growth? I think that was you, Melissa. Classes. That's what, you know, again, 2.5 years ago, I did classes. And sometimes it was one-on-ones. Sometimes it was, I Skyped and taught a class for people not in the same state that I'm in. I was willing to do whatever it took to get in front of people. Yep. And introduce them to oils. So when we went on vacation, I would contact somebody that I had up there. Hey, would you be willing to host a class for me? Or are you, like somebody that had mentioned they were interested in oils. Why don't you set up a class, invite your friends, I'll come teach. So we went to visit family, and I taught like 3 or 4 classes up there. And so as much as you can get in front of people, again, give people the opportunity, but don't bug them. So I used to send out monthly emails, which I've started doing again. Well, to tell you the truth, I offered and they said yes. See, now that kind of comes to this point. So when I signed up, my sponsor sent me an email, once a month. And at the bottom of her email, it was always, if you're interested in hosting a class, I'm happy to set one up for you. And I was always like, nope, not interested. Nope. Well, 4 or 5 months later, all of a sudden, I had people that were interested. I said, okay, I'm interested. And I emailed her back and set one up. Well, the same thing was true for me. I sent out monthly emails, which I've gone back to. I actually just started doing that again. And now that I have a pretty large organization, I write one and then I send it to all my leaders that are my strong leaders. I send it to them. Yes, we are both doing this full time, my husband and I. He is here. He came home in May, retired, whatever you want to call it, in May. So it's been super fun. Yes. So give people the opportunity to host classes. And, Brian and I would tell him, hey, we can Skype in. So distance is not a factor. But you don't have to push people. And when they're ready, they will. And again, getting people to fall in love. Brian says, good job. Well, he said, great job, actually. Getting people to fall in love with their product and really use their product is going to get them to share naturally and genuinely. And that's more like, that's an organic growth. And I found that that's a really good way to do the business anyway. So, okay, newsletters. Yep, totally. So what I've gone back to is I write up a newsletter and then I send it. Fall is an amazing time to build. I'm so excited for this fall. I'm shooting for Diamond this fall. So you guys should shoot for your goals too, because, and November is the peak. Okay. Last year I was December was my goal for a rank, and I've gone through 2 Decembers now, and December is always lower than November. So November should be like your big goal. Okay, so you want to push, like November is your month. Make it happen, because November's always really big. And Young Living usually does a couple sales, like a Black Friday sale and some things like that. So it's pretty cool. Newsletters. So I write it, and then I send it to the legs of my the builders in my strong legs, and say, hey, here's a newsletter. You can put your name on it. You can change it. You can take part of it, whatever. Send it out to your people. And then my people that don't have a strong leader, I send it out to them. But I want to make sure that everybody's getting communication at least once a month from like a person, not just Young Living. But again, on that newsletter, I always say, hey, if you've got friends and family that are interested, let us know. We'd be happy to happy to set up a class with you. And thanks, Amanda. We're going for it. So always put that in there. And again, when people become the right people for the job, all of a sudden, oh, okay, now I'm ready. And then they'll reach out and they'll respond and say, okay, yeah, let's do it. So that was my story. So I love newsletters. And again, just that kind of touching base with people. People can respond to an email a lot of times a lot quicker than they can trying to find someone to contact. So maybe they don't, have a sponsor that's really involved. But getting an email from someone, a lot of times they can respond and ask for help. So I like the newsletter idea. All right, what else was there? So classes, newsletters, do those if you don't. So if you want to know what I do in my newsletters, keep them short. I always try and talk about one product or one line of products, introduce them to people depending on the time of year. This month I talked about, your winter wellness. What do you want to stock up on right now to make sure that you are well throughout the winter months? And so I just listed a couple products. And I always think it's good to talk about products and those kinds of things. Talk about upcoming events, whether it's intro classes or online classes, those kinds of things. And then offer to teach a class if they've got people that are interested. So that's basically what I do each month. And I've gotten really good responses from it. My leaders seem to really like it as well. So there's that. What else you guys have? Anything? Okay, so we'll go back to Wild Fast Track. Melissa Pepping, Danette Goodyear, Alyssa Francis, and April Pointer, they all spoke last night. Melissa opened it up talking about her beauty school stuff, her makeup line, stuff she uses on her face. That was good. And then Danette Goodyear talked all about personalities. She talked about the colors, and then she also incorporated the DISC, D-I-S-C, profile into it, which that was really cool. She had some really good information on that. And Melissa Pepping then talked about influencing people, and that was inspirational. Oh yeah, she was talking about her book and some things that. Oh, Circle of Influence was the book that she didn't write that, but that was a book she recommended.
Well, she said she wrote a book.
Well, it was Chemical Free Home book. She's got 3 of them.
Yes.
Let's see. Then April Pointer got up and talked about important things to remember in your business, priorities, balance, those kinds of things. And then Alyssa Francis wrapped up the night, and she talked about like getting out there and doing it, and some practical tips. Having an organizer. I know when I see people getting back on, I'm like, oh, they must have gotten kicked out. Road to Row book is only for the event or published for everyone. Yeah, she talked about 5 tips for building or something like that, or for growth. I don't know. I don't know anything about a book, Brian. Is there a book? Is there a workbook we're getting this weekend? I really don't know. I don't even know what time it starts tomorrow. I just knew that we had to get out, leave today, and it's all day tomorrow. I'll check my email tonight. And normally I'm not. Oh, setting goals for the end of the month. Yes, thank you. Normally I'm a little more detail oriented when it comes to like meetings and what time they start and where they are. Stopping at Buc-ee's, you know it.
Yeah.
How does someone at your rank spend a normal day? Oh gosh. Oh. My girls, one will be 4 tomorrow, and the other one is 7.5 actually. And then, yes, I've got a stepdaughter who's 19. She's a sophomore in college. Yeah, I don't know anything about a book, so I'm not a good one to ask. I'll probably see it this weekend, though. What was the other question?
What does a normal day look
Oh,
like?
a normal day look like? Oh, golly.
What does a normal day look like? I'd like to hear it too.
Right? Yeah.
I want to hear.
Normal is a setting on a washing machine. That is the only normal. I learned that a long time ago in counseling. So, like I said, we're starting a new season in our life, and since convention is really the first time we've been home for more than like 4 days in a row. So, but everything's been crazy because we've been trying to move everybody around and painting rooms, and like it's just been super hectic. So my girls both, last year I hired a sitter to watch the girls 2 mornings a week because I needed to get out of the house and do work, because Jason was still working full time. So when you get to the point where you can do that in your business, I highly recommend it. Hire somebody to come, whatever time they can, you can find someone to come for 2 or 3 hours, get out of the house, go work, or go to your office, shut the door, and work. So that's what I did last year. Well, this year, I homeschooled. Well, we've been homeschooling. So this year, I found a part-time homeschool for my 7.5-year-old. And so she goes 2 days a week to that. And so then we found a preschool for my other daughter on those same days. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know we're driving too. Oh, crud! I forgot my hotspot.
It's sitting on the arm of the couch.
Yes.
Plugged in.
Ugh.
My phone works.
Dang it. And Amanda, I've been there. There are seasons, and it's, yes, swamped. Oh, me? Yes, I have a hotspot, and I plugged it in because it was dead right before we left, and wonderful. Fill up that calendar. All right, see ya. Yeah, I forgot my hotspot. It's charging on our couch right now, and that will do me no good all weekend long. Oh, I'm so bummed.
Phone works really good.
Okay. Anyway, so what does my day look like? So my girls go to school on Tuesdays and Thursdays now, and that's amazing because those are kind of my work days, but they're also my appointment days, so it gets a little tricky there. Question. There are no 2 days that are alike. I will tell you that. I'm in the process of getting my office in order, and once I get my office in order, I'm really hoping to have some work hours each day. Every day. The people that say that they work like 1 day a week on their business,
There's no way.
good for them. I don't know how that's possible. But I'm going to have work hours each day, and my goal is to have a couple hours in the morning and then like an hour at night, so that anything that comes up in the middle of the day, I don't have to address right away. I know that, okay, I've got time tonight where I can address that, or, so that I'm not constantly on my phone, constantly, on the computer, that kind of a thing. And I can spend more time with my family, because that has definitely been something that I need more balance in, spending less time on work and more time with my family. And now that my family is home, my girls are home Monday, Wednesday, Friday. My husband's home every day. I don't want to miss out on that, because this is a really important time in their life. And so I want to make sure that I'm around and that I pay attention. So, I don't have a good normal day routine to share with you. And honestly, I don't know that many people do. Not really. The question was, now that you guys are platinum, does hubby take on some of those day-to-day business tasks?
No, because you won't let me.
There you go. We've talked about some ideas of things that he could do. The problem is...
I do Facebook group approvals.
Yes.
Because we went, because of compliancy, we also went, Simply Natural went to approving comments as well as the members to the group, obviously, to the Facebook group. So I help with the comments and then the member approvals.
Which is awesome, because you just have to look up each person, make sure they're in your downline, that kind of a thing. And that has been a huge burden. So he does that, and he's awesome at it. Again, once I get my office set up and I get some more organization in my life, I hope to be better about this. But because he was working full time before, I had both my girls home, almost every day. I didn't have, a real place to go work. Everything was super crazy. And now that he's been home, we're still figuring out what a schedule looks like. So, talk to me in 6 months. And I hope to have like an awesome whiteboard with my schedule on it and to be like super organized. He ran a lawn care business with my dad, actually. The city that my dad lives in is, my parents live in is, it's a small suburban city, right?
Yeah.
And, I mean, not tiny. There's, how many people in it? 30,000?
No.
I don't know. Well, anyway, he ran the lawn service. So, they had about 10 workers. He spoke Spanish to all of them. And
But it was a higher end.
kind of a high-end suburban city.
Yeah.
Anyway, he mowed lawns.
Yeah.
He worked outside, planted flowers, shrubs, landscape, all that kind of stuff. So, he loves to be outside and work with his hands, and he's really good at it. But the hours were, especially during the summer, they were long and hot. Early in the morning and went till late at night. So he didn't get to be around the girls a lot. So, yeah. All right, y'all.
I think some good ideas of things that I would like to take over are the things that are the most time consuming. So like the phone calls for handling whatever downline issues or whatever where you have to call into leadership or whatever. Like I would like to do that just because that's the most time consuming and it doesn't produce income for her, and it also doesn't like build relationships for her in the sense that she's not dealing with you guys. She's dealing with Young Living, the customer service. Like, so that's something that I can totally do because I can't do what she does on the relationship side, but I can do the phone call. So, but that requires a little bit of organization. Who called who,
which
when,
we don't have.
how, and yeah. So.
Well, and he has helped different times with like mailings and stuff when I've had to ship things out, and that's where I don't have a good system yet for that kind of a thing. But again, hopefully, yeah, Jason would go into work at 7 and work till 6, 7 in the summers. So in the winter, that was awesome. He had Fridays off. He got done at about 4. He didn't have to go in sometimes till 8. So winters were really nice. And anytime it rained, he got to stay home. So there were definite perks of working outside. And then he did Christmas lights in the winter. So that was crazy. He was gone like till 9 o'clock at night doing Christmas lights. Yeah, mailing things out, whether that's rank recognitions or just recognitions in general. Getting a system down for that where I'm doing that, every other week or, twice a month or that kind of a thing. So some things like that, we're going to try and figure out some stuff that he can do. But, so on Tuesdays and Thursdays, those are the days that we both have off and we want to be intentional about working. But he likes to work out also. And so sometimes he tells people that he's a professional worker-outer. And so he likes to do that for a couple hours during the day as well. And what's amazing is he now has the time freedom to be able to do that. I think that it's awesome that Young Living has been able to provide that for him, because when he was working outside and working other jobs, long hours, he couldn't, spend multiple hours a day at the gym. And so, he worked really hard and provided for our family for a lot of years. And so now he can go for 2 and 3 hours in the middle of the day and go work out because it's what he loves to do. And so, again, we are so blessed that he has the opportunity to do that. And I think that that's just a super cool gift that, we can give to him.
I don't have to do it at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, because he did for a while. When he was training for his marathon, he worked out at like 5 a.m.
Every day.
All the time. So, yes. And the little ones, and that's the thing too, like he didn't want to be gone because I needed him home for my sanity, and he wanted to be around the kids too. And so he didn't want to, after work, go work out kind of thing. So it's been awesome for him to be able to have some time freedom to be able to go do that. So it's been a blessing for him to, get to pursue some things that he really couldn't before when he had a full-time job. So yeah, we're finding out what that balance looks like for us with him being home, because if the girls are home, then somebody has to be with them. I mean, not all the time, but if we're not with them, they're either watching a TV screen or destroying something, and that's not good. So again, we're going to try and get some balance, once we get the office done, and our Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're going to try and use those as best we can. All right, if there's no more questions, I'm going to say goodbye here. Anybody else? Last call. People that drive with their brake lights on drive me nuts.
With both feet.
Yeah, I guess they drive with both feet. I don't know how you do that. I use Ula Balance. It's one of my favorite oils. So the other day somebody asked in our group, what oils do you like for a perfume? Ula Balance is one of mine. Sacred Mountain is another. Build Your Dream. Present Time. Yeah, I love Ula Balance. I got it initially because I need balance in like every area of my life. But I love the scent. Like I said, I wear its perfume. Oh, Stress Away. That's the other one that I use as a perfume quite frequently. It's really nice. Okay, y'all. Yes. Yeah. He ran his marathon last December. He joined a class with our local running store. And so, yeah, he would run really early. And then Saturdays when it got close, he would run for like 3 and 4 hours at a time. So it was an amazing experience for him. Not one that I don't think he's going to repeat it anytime soon. I would like to get into running. That's my ULA fitness goal here pretty quick. We're going to start with a 5K though. I figure let's be realistic. I had gotten to where I was running like close to 2 miles. Well, walking close to 2 miles. And then we had like the Great Freeze Watch. There went all our stuff in the back. The Great Freeze of 2015. And like everything froze for 2 weeks. And so I stopped running. Thank you. You're so welcome. Hopefully you got something useful out of all of the jabbering.
There's your work bag.
Oh, my work bag. Fantastic. No worries. Okay, y'all. Well, if you are going to be at Road to Royal, I will see you there. And if you are not, then we will talk about it on Monday, about all the great things that I learned from all the amazing people. I got to see a couple people last night, which was super fun. Oh, good. You're welcome. Yeah, I got to see a couple people last night that I've never met in person. They came up to me and they were like, hi, I know you from Periscope. And I think that's so much fun. I love to meet people in real life. And it turns out that Elise, right? Elise was the firefighter's husband?
Yeah.
I think Elise. Aw, thank you. That's so sweet. Her husband had met my husband at a meeting a couple months ago. And so it was super fun. Bye. Oh, weeks ago. Anyway, so it was fun to meet her in person. So come say hi if you see me, and I'll give you a big hug. So, okay, y'all. Have an awesome Friday and a good weekend. I'm going to be busy at Road to Royal this weekend, so I will see you guys on Monday, all right? Bye.